They're off in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint.
Welcome to the Racing Dudes preview of the 2021 Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. I'm your host, Curtis Kalleward, a.k.a. Magic. Joining me now is my co-host of the Magic Mike Show podcast, Mr. Mike Somich. And Mike, we had a pretty small field of 6 and a heavy favorite in Gamine, who's also the defending champion of this race. So bettors, they're going to have to be really careful how they structure their tickets for this race. How do you approach betting a field with circumstances like this?
Well, I mean, you got to be careful because you're going to have a short price favorite in Gamine, who is probably the most likely horse to win this race. So the key is how do you construct value around that? If you're looking at exactas, you probably don't want to play Gamine into Bella Sofia because that's going to be the shortest price exacta and very heavily hit as well. So you're looking to see if maybe you can slide someone there in the second spot behind Gamine that's not Bella Sofia. With the way that they set up these races, though, the Breeders' Cup Saturday, you've got these heavy favorites on dirt followed up by these massively open turf races. So I'm going to be looking heavily at the doubles in this spot. I think that you can look at the next race, which is the turf sprint, and you can kind of find a couple prices you like and check out the doubles. If you're getting even money, so let's say, you like a 12-1 shot in the turf sprint. If you're getting 24-1 on that double, that's a great payout because then you're getting implied even money on Gamine, which is you're not going to get at the windows. I'm expecting you're going to see something close to 2-5 on Gamine and probably the heaviest favorite of the weekend.
And speaking of Gamine, a lot of attention is on her trainer, Bob Baffert, whose multiple positive drug violations just in this past year have created a lot of extra layers of scrutiny and testing for him to compete at the Breeders' Cup. So when you hear that information, Mike, does it have any impact on your handicapping of this race and the weekend as a whole?
Not especially. I mean, look, Gamine specifically has run at the Breeders' Cup before under similar testing scrutiny. They're going to have more. They're saying there is more testing, but really there is heavy testing in the Breeders' Cup anyway. So these horses go in there and they get tested quite a bit, both before and after the race. I think it's going to be kind of business as usual at the Baffert barn. And if a positive test pops before the race, you're going to see the horse scratched. I'd be very surprised if any of them show up with a positive after the race. So I'm not going to overly factor that into my handicapping. And in this case, look, Gamine just stands out. I mean, it's just that simple. If you want to talk more about, let's say, the juveniles, where you have horses that are not going to go off as the favorite, that have not been head and shoulders better than the rest of the field, it's something where I might be a little more concerned. But with Gamine, she's dominated pretty much every field she's faced. Now, she has not looked as good this year. She did look as she looked last year going into the Breeders' Cup. So if you want to cite a cause for concern, that would probably be it, especially with Bella Sofia, who's improved the last 2 races.
There's going to be plenty of cause for concern if there's a long shot that comes roaring past Gamine and Bella Sofia in this stretch. If, Mike Somich, there is a Somobomb in this small field here, who is it?
Well, bomb is an interesting word because is 4-1 a bomb? Can I really say Cece is a bomb? I don't think so. She's probably the most likely if one of those two don't win. And that's definitely a scenario where you see Bella Sofia and Gamine go absolutely crazy, burn each other out early, and it sets up well for Cece. But we're just banking on the fact that this pace absolutely collapses if you want to get a long shot. If there's no pace collapse, there's no way it's not Gamine or Bella Sofia.
And is Gamine your final pick here to win the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint in 2021?
I'm going to choke down some chalk here. Yeah, I can't get around Gamine in this spot. The fact that Bella Sofia drew outside of Gamine, I think really was the nail in the coffin. If you had Bella Sofia draw inside of Gamine, Bella Sofia pushes the pace. Gamine has to chase her on the outside or stalk and pounce. She was able to do that last year. But like I said, she doesn't seem to be as tightened up this year as she was last year. But with Bella Sofia drawing the 6 and Gamine drawing the 5, Gamine should be able to get to the turn first, get a rather, maybe not easy lead, but get a comfortable lead. And if she's able to be comfortable at any point in this race, she's going to be very tough to beat down the lane.
Thanks for joining Mike and I to preview this Breeders' Cup race. For in-depth previews covering all 14 Breeders' Cup World Championship races, head over to racingnews.com. Before you leave, be sure to smash the thumbs up on this video, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a show.